Today I ducked up by pressing the big red button. Obligatory not today, as many of these stories are. This was quite a few years ago when I was 16 years old. It was my first day working at a local large bakery / factory. I was shown to a conveyor belt and basically left to my own devices. All I had to do was put 6 bacule tarts into the packaging. Simple. Except it was really fast, and after a couple of hours my arms started to ache. Some of the bacule tarts started to fall off the end of the conveyor belt and onto the floor. I tried to hurry up and go faster, but was getting panicky, and before long there were at least 30 bacule tarts on the floor. I noticed there was a big red button on the machine that said push in case of an emergency. Well, this is an emergency, I thought, and pushed the button. 10 minutes later I'm all caught up, and I've picked all the bacule tarts up. I'm feeling ready to start again when some bloke starts barging towards me with steam practically coming out of his ears and swearing his head off. "Did you press that duking button?" he shouted. I said yes, sorry, it was an emergency because they were going on the floor. He screamed, "Well, you've just burnt 10,000 bacule tarts. By pressing that button it stopped everything and they stayed in the oven too long." Yes, it was my first and last day. TL. Doctor, I pressed a button at work and burnt 10,000 bacule tarts. Here is a similar story from the expert in the comments. My first job ever was at a brand new pizza franchise in the PNW. My first week saw me doing nothing but dishes, while everyone else trained on the operations of the store. When it came my time to run the store alone, I couldn't do it. I was never trained on phones, or on how to top the pizzas, or how the register works, none of it. I took an order one day while the owner was there, and they noticed that I'd neglected to get important information. The owner, who often played pretty straight, so you could never tell if he was joking or serious, said, "I think we need someone else working here." I chuckled because other people laughed. He said, "No, I'm serious, we need people working here that aren't so fucking stupid." I'm a 15-year-old kid at this point, and I'm nervous as hell, and I don't put it together that I don't know what to do because I haven't been trained. I took everything he said entirely to heart, like it's obvious to every kid my age how to run a pizza store, and there's something fundamentally wrong with me for underperforming. I should have just known somehow, so they hadn't ducked up by keeping me on dish. It was my duck up. This experience really messed young me up, and it colored my approach to basically every job since then. I'm almost 40. I taught myself coding. I'm a web developer now. I still feel like I'm basically one mistake away from losing whatever job I'm currently in, despite all evidence to the contrary. I wonder when will bosses start training their employees? Anyways, that's it. I'm lazy. Have a nice day.